La 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 lattes were a la 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 lattes were a. Grand Rising, everybody. Happy Monday to everyone. Make sure y'all hit that like button when y'all coming in. Hit that share button to let them know Tay is here for sure, for sure. You already know how this go. All support is definitely welcome. I'm feeling a lot better today. I woke up late. I did, because I had sick kids and stuff. So I was up, late until like 4 a.m. So by the time I went to sleep, it seemed like it was time to wake up again. But Tay is definitely here. So welcome in, everybody. Hopefully my energy moves over and hops onto you, baby. Definitely a mental Monday, because mental health is mental wealth, baby. We definitely gonna get into that 1, 2, 3 mental check, baby. You already know how this is going, or it's about to go. Drop a 1, 2, or 3 to tap in with Tay and let me know how you feeling, baby. If you a 1, that's good. That's great. A 2, that's in between. It could go either way. A 3 means that you need for us to pray. And that's exactly what we will do. Pray. But hopefully by the time Tay get you off this live, you will be from a 3 to a 2 to a 1. And we gonna have some fun before I'm done, baby. I'm loving seeing those ones coming in. That's right, because when the devil get busy, the Lord get busier. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Hopefully everybody had a great weekend. Well, we all woke up this morning, so everything else is definitely an extra. Definitely an extra. I see some ones, but I see Queen Love Mel says she is 2 to 3. Well, Tay gonna try to drag you to this 1, baby. I'm sending you an ear hug from near to far. You got Tay Tay heart, baby. Hey, K Brown. Hey, everybody coming in. Love me for real. Hey, Amelia. How you doing, beautiful? Grand rising to you. Hey, Lori. Hey, Gwen. Hey, Loretta. Hey, God is in control. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. And he always gets the win. Stop playing. Haha. Hey, Cheryl. Hey, Demetria. Hey, Renee. Let me see who else. Hey, Nina. Hey, Eminem. Grand Rising, everybody. I'm just trying to go through this thing to make sure I'm speaking to everybody. You know what I mean, man? If I missed anybody, please charge it to the game and not to my heart. Tay love you, near or far. We definitely about to get into the show, though. Let's definitely get into the show, though. Okay? Because last week, over the weekend, the YouTube streets was kind of hot and dry at the same time, but it been a lot of trending topics that been taking place, okay? And Tay been on the case, all right? Now, first of all, you see, I got stuck out on the thumbnail because I'm going to get into her, but it's going to be very much short-lived, that is. Because, sis, you really reported my video. You really reported my video. You was mad. The fact is that I really don't give a shit, and they will reinstate it. But the fact is, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Now, my thing is, when you doing things for clicks and views, don't be mad when you get the clicks and views. I thought that's what you do for. But the thing for me, like I got her on the thumbnail, she is definitely the intake in the placement of a toxic love story. Okay? Lord, not report. Yeah, girl, but it's okay. Tay is safe. Tay is safe. But at least I know she watched it. From 0:48 to about 7 minutes in. Sis was in that video, friend. But that's what she did. But it's okay. It's okay. You know, Tay Tay's still gonna do what it is that she do. Yeah, Amelia, the stuck-eye girl. That's what she did. But it's a small thing to a giant. You understand what I'm saying? Because the video is going to be reinstated. Because when you put things on a public platform, it doesn't matter whether it was a mistake or not. You still put it and you dropped it like it was hot. So me personally, I was just how can I say, furthering the delivery. If you was trying to make your baby father mad, I figured that you needed some help with that. That's all in that thing. You wanted to make sure that people see the kid. So, hey, that's what it was, and that's what it is. So I guess she not mad no more at him. So, you know, she took the picture down because, you know, whatever. So I guess she tried to report the video as a cover. But, ma'am, you already made your move. You already made your move, and Tay Tay did too. So with that being said, it is what it is. But when you operate out of toxicity, right? This is exactly what you're going to get, sissy, because everything that you do and partake in is drama filled, friend. You do things to create the drama, to narrate the drama, and keep the drama going, right? And with the factors of that being said, you have to remember that you are still, how can I say, delivering to the public. To the public. The public. She always putting ish out then right. You putting things out to the public. Now, in aftermath, you probably decided to put it for your subscribers, but sis, you had already slipped. You had already slipped. And just like I told YouTube, it was made public. And once they verified the fact that it was made public, and after the fact it was made for subscribers only, that was on you. That part wasn't on me. You got to be quicker than that. But this is why you can't just do things to be doing things, because you got things going on the inside, baby. See, when you do things to try to hurt everybody else, and you still end up hurting yourself, because everybody was on to you from the time that we seen the picture drop, boo-boo. It's not like it was a secret or something that we was not known that you was dropping, for the factors of it being a topic and you making your baby father feel a certain type of way, being as though he decided to come and drop a cartoon picture after, like people hadn't already seen the babies. All right, Gwen. It's cool when she do it, but it's a problem when Tay Tay do it. That's what I'm saying. Romeka Meek's Blackman's son's birthday just passed September 20th. She can't celebrate her son's birthday party. Let's talk about it, Tabany Gibson. And it's crazy that you even said that, because when I was coming here this morning, I definitely, damn all the naysay and the narratives that's being created online, right? I actually wanted to come and give my opinion on the factors and the situation of the kid that is caught within the factors of this situation, because it is very disheartening and very saddening. At the end of the day, for one, I watched that going home service the other day, and when I tell you, I was in full blown tears, as if I was there. It was as if I was literally within the moment when I seen that baby lay his head on that casket and was looking at his shoe where they had put his mama on his shoe along with her name. I was no longer able to contain any type of anything. For me, my heart was just broken, because I'm trying to understand. Listen, Stuck Eye, I'll get back to you, because you don't do what you need to do as a mother for your children, boo. But we gonna come back over there. We gonna U-turn. But for me, right? This baby is caught in a situation where he just lost his mother. The girl Quadasia, aka Holly, for one, her son still has his mother. But at the end of the day, the family right now is fighting through DIFUS for custody against the daddy, right? Now, my thing is, how is this supposed to work? And me and a person was talking about this yesterday over the phone. How is this baby supposed to grow with no type of emotional, like, I'm confused, because if the daddy decides, or if they actually give the father custody of the son, right? If he actually wins the battle, if he's still with the factors of this Quadasia, aka Holly, because they also have a child together too. Do you understand me? What type of life is that going to be with or for that baby? You mean to tell me you trying to get custody of your son, knowing that you're still with the woman that took out his mother, and you think that you're going to actually be able to bring this baby around this lady and raise him? How? How is that supposed to work? He lost two parents at one time, because far as trust, kids take trust very serious, okay? They go off of your actions and things of that nature. What you say is what you say, baby. And that's why a lot of times when it come down to us parenting, kids be like, oh, all right, because you know when you say, all right, I'll spank them, and you never actually gonna spank them. You just yelling at them within the moment. Kids are very, very smart. Okay, so now this man is trying to fight for this boy, but he might actually grow up with regret and resentment towards him. And I know it's going to definitely be resentment towards her. This boy might get older and try to off both of them, because he feels they're responsible for taking out his mother. Like, it's a lot of angles that can come with this story. Now, I'm just going to be honest. It's a lot of people that have relationships that be toxic. And here lately, between 2022 and 2025, situations have not been ending well. It's been costing people their lives. That girl Holly was jealous of Romika. Let me see, it was moving kind of fast. Okay. Hey, Brittany, good morning. That girl Holly was jealous of Romika. She was beautiful. Yes, she was beautiful. She was very much beautiful. Okay. And my thing is, I don't know if you know, right? Yeah, she said it was all. Yeah, he said it was all his fault, Tabany. Yes, he did. The balls of you to call that girl mother after the situation and have the nerve to say, oh, this is fucked up. This is all my fault. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Because I don't know what it was, but I'm just going to be honest. And that's why I didn't want to put my spin on that situation far as that. Because toxic situations, they tend to go too far all the time. And they whole situation in existence, it seemed toxic. But I just hate the fact is that in that girl's time of demise, and she was being unlived, or she was unalive, the fact is that they only tried to show the bad aspects of her. People were speculating and assuming, but that didn't give nobody the right to feel like they had to try to even the playing field by trying to destroy her character. It's bad enough she is not here, but then to put her out there like the way that they did, they don't get no respect for it. But that was his peoples that thought that they was doing some defending as if it was a cover-up. This girl is gone. What is there to cover up? Her son does not no longer have a mother, okay? It happened on the same block where this child goes to school and where his father lives. That is a memory that he will never, ever forget. Like that moment will forever live within that child's mind. Okay, so you mean to tell me you sitting here fighting for custody? How is that supposed to work? How? Hey, Brenda. How selfish of him. Yes. He first bumped her and said it was self-defense. Yeah, he did fist bump her. Sure did. Sure did. And my thing is, you wasn't heartbroken. You didn't see a man that had been with a woman for over a certain amount of years. You ain't see no tears. And I understand shock, but let's keep it hot. He did not even give the cops her governmental name. Okay? They gave the police, the coroners, and the people at the hospital, the only name they had on record for that girl is Romika Meeks. You couldn't even do the due diligence of making sure they had her actual name. How was her family supposed to find her, friend? Or was they not supposed to find her? Because she definitely was about to take him to child support. And we're not going to act like he's not a big time scammer of some sort. This man done sat there and scammed Citibank, Chase, Wells Fargo, and didn't have the nerve to sue and win. This man done spent and been through millions. He's not no little fish. Neither is Holly Quadeja, because her family is some politicians. But people saying, oh, she drove 90 miles to just come to, no, she bees where she was at on a regular basis. But my thing is, if there was restraining orders in place, how would these three people ever be able to be at the same place at the same time? That's my whole thing. Even when there's a mother and father and there's a situation, a judge still sets visitation rules in place. Say if the father was to drop the child off to school from Monday to Wednesday, okay? And then the mother picks the child up from Wednesday and drops him off to school until Friday. And then you know the schedule recycles itself. But for it to be a restraining order in place, what was the setup for this situation? What was it? That's exactly what I tried to do, Latte. Say all mean things. Yes. Hey, Terry. Blessed morning to you. Welcome in, friend. This is so horrible. I'm sure her family feel, and that's, listen, even the little boy growing up in the factors of with the family, that may be the best thing for him, because that would be the closest to his mother that he would have. Because me personally, if he go with the daddy, you know, it's going to be definite detachment from that, because they not fucking with Carlos. So what type of grounds would it be? But even him staying with his family, oh my God, this baby memories. Even looking at Romika's Instagram or any social media page that she had, you can see she loved her son real bad. She loved her son real bad. She definitely was a mother that interact. Okay, she took pride in the factors of that. That is a bond that little boy will never get back. Yeah, he want custody, Amelia. He fighting for custody with the grandmother right now. He definitely fighting with the grandmother for custody. But I don't even understand how that's possibly going to work. I think he should be the hell in jail. Damn, being able to fight for custody, sir. Oh no, I feel they both should have went down, because even in the situation, let's just be honest, a person said that they let off a warning shot. It wasn't even the person that was in the tussle at the time. That person, the other person that was shot, was occupied. Her and her baby father was intertwined. Since and hence the word, and reason why when the people was getting off the bus, they said he had her in the headlock. It also was pushing the car door, basically as if he was trying to prevent her from getting out of the car to possibly get to the other baby mother. Yes, indeed, that may be the case, baby. But even in the factors of that, for one, that girl had no weapon. The baby father already in her was in the factors of being intertwined and tangled because they was already tussling. So you use that moment instead of using a warning shot in the air, because I thought that's what a warning shot was. Somebody's going to have to clear that up for me. I didn't know that a warning shot was actually inserted into the other person's body, because regardless to where you pow somebody, it is still liable to take their life, baby. You don't have no control of how a bullet shall travel. So even if you are releasing a warning pow, ain't the factors of it supposed to be in the air or over there? But if you was in the school zone, it wasn't supposed to be a pow nowhere. He won't get him. He's going to jail. If that witness that was on the bus tell what she saw and heard, yeah, but right now she kind of not wanting to take the stand. And it's kind of crazy because you never know what goes on behind the scene. You know, people be threatening people and all type of things. So she might have had her voice heard right now. I mean, in that moment, but that's what they're going to have to go off of. Because right now she's trying to say she don't really want to take the stand, and you don't know what's going on behind the scenes for the reason her life might be in jeopardy. Romika meets black man got pow in the face. Yes, the face, the head, and the leg, and the pow jammed. Let's talk about that. Because if the pow didn't jam, she would have continued to pow her. It wasn't her that stopped herself from the pow in the pow once she seen that Romika was down. No, the pow jammed. She was still trying to pow some more, friend. Like she wasn't done. Like she was not done. She was doing exactly what she was on a mission to do. That day, even if a person say that they wasn't expecting to, whatever, it happened. And in the factors of it happening, she knew that she had already set in her mind that she wasn't leaving there that day. And Romika was still going to be alive, baby. That was a decision that she straight up made. Period, point blank. But for me, your baby is in the car, her baby is in the school. Like, what? Like, wait a minute. I didn't think that Romika had a knife, a stick, not even a toothpick. Now, I'm not saying that a person's hands don't hurt, but they would have to get to you first. And if she was occupied at the time by Carlos when she even was inflicted with the hit from the pow, then what time did she put her hands on that girlfriend? What was the threat? Herself? The factors of you being tired of your man going back and forth? What was the part? Even listening to that, I could never. Sis, you actually is. Because this is still the same man that you are claiming, friend. And you can't say that he ain't doing to you what he was doing to her, because that's not the case. Because they still had situations going on that rolled over into your situation, baby. You must have just thought that because you got knocked up, he wasn't going to deal with her no more. And that's where the back and forth came in. Yeah, like cold, cold, cold. The whole situation is cold, tenfold. But the fact is of that baby, you really like that irritated my soul. Like I understand a father, but in a case like this, how is a situation like that supposed to even coexist? Like, how is this? Even if you don't decide, for one, I'm just going to be honest. It's always going to be resentment, even if he don't see you with this chick. The fact is that you was with the chick that took his mother away from him. And then the sibling that you have with the person that unalived his mother, how is that relationship supposed to even work now? So many people lost themselves when Romika lost. Yes, yes. This situation is not, and it's just sad because it's on social media at a high volume. But these situations are now starting to take place at an all-time high, at a very high rate. And it's sad because right now, in this day and age, it seems like people don't have that fear, that compassion that it comes with unaliving somebody. Like people don't care. People don't care when it comes to hurting another person out here anymore. Before, when we was growing up, you gonna have to beat my ass. We gonna get it scrapping. And that's all, and that's it. But when it come down to the factors of thank you for becoming a member. Oh, you've been a member for a month. I appreciate you. Just sad, praying for the baby. Right. But it's definitely sad in the situation the way that it's going to be, because even on the factors of them being siblings, how is that going to work, baby? He's always going to have to watch this other child grow up with both his parents. If they are, even if they in jail, they alive. He can still speak to his mother behind bars. Okay? He can still interact and go visit her, even though she's behind bars. If that would be the case, even if they wind up taking her in and keeping her, he still has her. Romika's son no longer has her. Like, come on. It really makes no sense. And it's very much disheartening. Very much disheartening. Very much disheartening. And for me, being a mother, I swear I would never want to have to deal with the factors of burying one of my babies, especially due to a tragedy like this. Like this. And then is witnessed all over the world. And I just have to continue to see it replay over and over again. But even when people on social media is no longer involved, that baby heart is still going to be broken. Still going to be broken. It is like this internet has gotten to be the depth. Yes. That's why you have to definitely be careful with the people that you encounter. Energy is everything. I say that all the time. Energy is everything. And all energy is not good energy. And it's just sad that by the time some people find out, they no longer here with us in situations like this, because they are, or it is toxic. I don't know what's in the air these days, but it got people going crazy. Like, I don't know what happened after people came back outside after the pandemic, but nobody was the same. People definitely changed. And I don't know if it was the factors of people losing the skill of social involvement or social engagement or actually taking in other people's feelings. But once people came back outside, this world will never and has never been the same again. Everything that we see is just tragedy after tragedy. Tragedy after tragedy. It's like they're trying to make you immune to it. Like it's a normal thing. And there's nothing normal about it. Even down to the factors of people, places, and things. Jealousy and rage will make people do some dangerous things. Okay? Just being you sometimes will make people hate you, regardless to what you have, what you don't have. Just the fact is that you are who you are, that really bothers some people. Period. Just the fact that you have you will bother people. Okay? People will have an underlining hate that they done created, and you never even knew that that was something that you was dealing with. Because you just being you. Now, from the factors of a situation that was already a situation, because their situation was already toxic. Romika and Carlos' situation was already toxic. So to add a third party into a toxic situation, only thing you was looking for outside of it was a tragedy. That was the only thing that you was going to be due to receive. Hey, Elisa. Blessed morning to you, beautiful. Let Tay know if you a 1, 2, or 3. How is your mental feeling this morning, baby? Hell, the pandemic was so yes. And am I dragging it? Let Tay know if she dragging it. Or drop those unicorns if you feel what it is that I'm saying. Because at the end of the day, the way that they are desanitizing people to losing people and seeing people take other people's lives or people taking other people's lives is at an all-time high. And like I said, it seems like since the pandemic was over and people came back outside, people's lives have changed. Everything has changed. And I'm just going to be honest. I live in New York, baby. I don't even know what type of drugs they got the drug addicts on these days. It's not regular shit. These people is out here like zombies. Like my thing is, I remember growing up, everybody possibly had a crackhead in their family. But the crackheads might steal your tires, sell your tools, and sell you laundry detergent and all type of shit. That's about it. But the things that we see today at an all-time high that is desanitizing, it's like it becomes a part of the normal. And it's not. And it's not. And if you're a person that believes in that man upstairs in any way, and you are an empathic or empath as a person, baby, like a lot of things definitely bother me. Bother me because it's like I could almost feel myself in the situation. And it's crazy. Miss Tay, he show up at Ramika's Black Man job, but yes, at the nail salon, all type of ish. Like they had a back and forth toxic relationship. And it's just sad to say that it could never end with one person going their way and another person going their way. Do you understand what I'm saying? The only way it ended was because a beautiful girl, had to lose her life, baby. It's like 2 lives was taken at one time. Because now her son is here to thrive. With who? How? I'm not saying his life is not going to go on, but what damage has been done? None of this can be reversed. None of what happened can be rewind. Okay? Nobody can go back in time and bring this little boy his mama back. Thank you, Nina. I definitely appreciate you for throwing that tip in Tay-Tay's tip jar. For sure, for sure. You know you got my heart near fall, baby. All day in America, and tomorrow, and the next week, and the week after that, too. Tay-Tay love her some you. Seriously, I got young boys. I got grandbabies, okay? And for me as a grandmother to have to be here to raise one of my grandbabies because one of my daughters was tragically taken away from me, God gonna have to push me back down from the white light. I'm telling y'all the truth. And I know I got other kids to take care of. And that would be the only thing that would have to keep me going. But at the end of the day, at this child's age, he already feel like he lost everything. Whatever relationship he once had with his dad is no longer going to be that. Because you got to remember, he is with the mother's family right now. So even outside of the factors of him may not hear everything, he know the fact that whatever the something is, it ended up with his mother no longer being here. But he's also seeing the people in her family go through their emotions there. So he's still seeing that. He's still feeling that. He's still reaping it. He feel like he possibly was punished and he didn't even do nothing. It's definitely sad. I'm pretty sure we all done seen the videos and this person speak on it. So I didn't even come here this morning with a display in that type of way. I came to speak from my heart on the situation about the baby because that situation definitely broke me. And every time I see that young lady picture, that's the only thing I can think of. That's all and that's it. You really had to take that girl life, sis? It was that serious? Like, you cool? Obviously not. And bitches don't be cool. And they be hating you for no reason. And you definitely, one thing for sure and two things for certain, I'm definitely going to say, you can tell Romika was not the type of person that was going to allow you to play in her face. But it's a lot of us that's that way. Let's just be honest, okay? It don't mean that at the end of the day, a person didn't push you to be that way. People never start when it's beforehand, but they always show what happens after. Yeah, you show her heated, but what did a person do to her to bring her to that level in the first place? Secondly, let's talk about another thing. When a person is known to be aggressive, if that's what it is that they want to call it, as soon as the situation happened, they're going to automatically, or people are automatically going to assume that this person was the aggressor in the situation because they are the person that's normally not on some playing shit. But that don't mean that's the way that it happened. It was two of them. It was one of her. This man goes to the gym on an everyday goddamn basis. He bench pressed more than her weight. If he chose to, he could have picked her ass up off her feet and removed her and took her to the factors of holding her, and the other girl could have called the police if it was on the factors of something of that nature. But for you to go to the factors, right? For him to see that girl go into that vehicle, he knew what she was going to get. He didn't even try to intercept it. It wasn't, no, don't do that. It wasn't none of that. And then for you to fist bump, sis, after the tragedy happened, and scream that it's self-defense, it makes it seem as if it was planned. It does. It definitely does. Where is the jealous girl now? Is she in? No, they had let her go. They let her go. And that's the part that everybody don't understand after seeing Romika laying in cold blood. Because at the end of the day, she sure didn't have no weapon. She ain't had no weapon. Once they removed her body from the scene, they didn't recover no weapon that could have put harm to anybody. So what did she scare you with? Her voice? Huh? What did she scare you with? That you felt that you had to put out or pull out a pow pow? What was the reason in my Cardi B voice? What was the reason? Gun was under the baby. The pow pow was under the baby seat. Yes, it was. Yes, it very much was. So you definitely had to go in that car, go up underneath. Hey, Cheryl Branch. You definitely had to go up underneath that baby seat to be able to remove that pow pow, because you cannot have it out in the open in a vehicle. You have to have it out of sight, out of reach, baby. So you went in there and uncovered the pow pow to go back out while he had her, how can I say, in a hole, because her hands wasn't free. And you used that time to pow pow this young lady. And that's crazy. It's not supposed to be loaded either. See, I don't even have a license to carry. So, you know, in New York, ain't nobody got rights to carry nothing other than themselves. So, you know, I really don't know the law as far as the pow pows. But if it wasn't supposed to have no bullets in it, that just makes it even worse. Because did you plan to come near to cause hurt? Because I'm just going to be honest. I could totally understand why Romika would be on the block, regardless to whether it was late or not, regardless to whether because her son's school is on that block. Okay? Okay? Even Carlos being on that block, I can understand. Okay? Because he lives there. But somebody that has a restraining order against somebody else, I don't understand why they would be in a place where they know another person definitely has to come. She has to come there, definitely, indefinitely, but you don't. Okay? Nobody is telling you that you can't be within the factors of Chicago. Chicago is very big, very, very big. And from what is being said, she's actually a frequent Chicagoan. If that's the thing. I don't know. I probably just made up a new word, y'all. But she's frequent, or she's very familiar in Chicago. Even though she comes from a background of family of money, and her family is politicians, she definitely hangs out in Chicago because the license plate on her car definitely says Illinois. It definitely says Illinois. Oh, Amelia, you not supposed to have it loaded? You see? You see? So what was your intentions before Romika even came to the scene? If even the baby was going to school, they already had the baby in the car seat as if they was coming or as if they was going. If a person was sitting there because they was trading parking spots, that's kind of a lot. Now I might be kind of thinking too far, but for me, that's what I would think. But even that mess, let me see, because it moved. But even that messed up. She had the pow pow under her child. What the hell? This is so effed up. Yes, Elizabeth. Yes, she definitely did have that pow pow right underneath her kid. It's sick. People don't be thinking. And then be having kids within these situations. Hey, Miss Beauty Judy. How you doing, cutie? with all them handsome grandbabies. Lord Jesus, if the baby had a print on his cheek over the weekend, that was Auntie Tay. Cause I couldn't stay off them cheeks, baby. Cause oh my goodness, cuteness overload. Woo, woo, woo. Them boys, when I tell you, they Lord have mercy. No, but I'm being honest. If there's a restraining order in place, how is any people or those people, three people at the same place at the same time? Okay, if they saying that she was at her baby father's house and Romika wasn't supposed to be there, ain't she the one who also has a restraining order if that's the case? Sometimes people put certain things in place just to cover themselves. Sometimes people put certain things in place just to cover themselves, to be honest. Both. Federal laws state the firearm cannot be used for self-defense during transit. See? And I thought that you can't have a firearm in a school environment either. That's another thing that I thought. Even though I'm not all too sure of the gun laws, I know for sure that you're not supposed to have a gun on school grounds. So if they was out there on the factors for whatever reason, and you was on school or anywhere near a school, that Thule was supposed to stay in the car. But the time that you went to the car to get the Thule, Miss Quadeja, why didn't you use that time to call the police and get in your vehicle, baby? Even if you say you wasn't able to pull off, why didn't you stay in the car until the police arrived? The same way you was on the phone when everybody arrived to the scene after you unalived the young lady. When you went to your car to get that Thule from underneath that baby, why you didn't hop your ass in the car and call 911 instead of you trying to play 911? Because I'm confused. That's the part that don't make sense, because Romika was already occupied because her and him was engaged in the factors of tussling. So if her and Carlos was tussling, that gave you ample time to get away. And if you still felt unsafe, why you didn't call the police, baby? Why the police now had to be brung to the scene? Because the young lady that had no weapon was unalived, baby. Mind you, she was being held by a man that goes to the gym every day. He's not small, no type of way. But you know, when you got money, things get funny, because he got money and the girl Quadeja, aka Holly family, got money. So you don't know what takes place behind the scene. Because me personally, if they didn't receive all the evidence and all the statements, how was she even released? It didn't say that a person was posted bail until further information was received. No, they said that that girl was released on self-defense, baby. So I'm trying to figure out, did Romika have a needle or something that we could not see? I know they say that spitting on somebody is attempted M, but I'm confused. Because what details did they get, or what evidence did they have to be able to make that decision so fast? Because even when people found out that she was released on that Friday, she had already been home for one day, never even released her governmental name. They kept that part quiet. Like I said, the news was even calling this young girl Holly. Once she went into the factors of being booked and she took a mug shot, if Holly is not on her birth certificate, why was not her government name revealed? She is the suspect that unalived another person, right? And if it was out of self-defense, everybody already know who did it. So hiding it is not a thing. I'm confused on that part. Very confused. Very confused. I just don't understand. She could have pulled off and left BD with that, and I think that's what it was. Seeing her ninja sitting there tussling with the next chick, it's already heated because they be going back and forth over him. So emotions is high and logic is lost. You say it's still under investigation. So her ass should still be sitting in jail while it's being investigated. I truly feel that way. Why should she get to be free while they still running the investigation, baby? And if they investigating things still, that definitely mean they don't have all the evidence for real. So what had them, or what did they see that made them come to the conclusion that it was self-defense, baby? That's what's confusing the hell out of me. Like, what did she do to this girl prior to the Thule being brung out the car? Other than them having past history, right? Or tension. In that moment, other than Romika arguing and getting into it with Carlos, what was the thing? The weapon being used with witness statements saying the Holly was not in imminent danger, and pupil placement, child in car of weapon charge, etc. We all reasons to hold that girl. That's what I'm saying, Miss Judy. They confusing me. Because if it's still under investigation, that means that they don't have all of the information or evidence that they need right now to be able to determine a decision. So who made the decision for her to be released? Or does that have something to do with her being attached to politician family members, baby? Because when you got people on those type of scenes, they tell you sit down, shut the fuck up. They gonna take care of everything. Is that a situation that we see in here? Don't act like we used to and watch Scandal. Olivia Pope. Who remember my girl Olivia Pope? Okay, they were coming in and clean shit up real quick. They would definitely come clean up the scene when the governor children or somebody would do something illegal and they can't afford for it to ruin the family name. Who remembers Scandal the show with Olivia Pope? Okay. That definitely puts that scenario in my mind state, because if they still under investigation about something, then that means you don't have all of the evidence about the situation. So why should this girl be set free? And we didn't even hear the factors of whether she was set free on bail or was a bail given. So at this point, far as anybody know, she was just released. Then Holly crazy ass on live saying I would never this and that, talking about Meeks with Carlos and she with the same man. That's what I said, Amelia. That's what I'm saying, Amelia. How can I say talk shit to the next chick and you still sitting there with that same ninja? So you can't say what he did to her, he won't do to you, because you getting her sloppy seconds, boo-boo. And he's still with you going through it with her. So you just seem like a backup. So I don't know. And yes, they did have a kid. So it would be a reason for people to have to be connected. But at the end of the day, they were still going back and forth like a couple, baby. And just because a nigga may cheat and make a baby do not mean that that man was moving on. That does not mean that. I don't know why people say, oh, well, he had a new baby mother and he was attempting to move on and she just, well, that's not true. That's not true. Because why was he still popping up to the nail salon, her job, in different places? Her son is not at her job. Her son is not at the workplace. So why would he be showing up to her workplace? For what reason? What was the reason? I'm gonna have to be using my Cardi B voice all day, it seems. Okay? Because Tay needs to know, what was the reason, baby? This situation is just tragic. And like I said, we've seen the different stories that been told and the new things that unfold and the allegations that's been made, but we don't see nobody actually serving time to give Meeks any type of justice. Like, is this situation just going to be swept under a rug? Is it just going to go desolate over the time going past? Like, what's supposed to be the outcome of this situation? I hope y'all definitely hitting that like button. Definitely run those likes up and definitely tip your host with the most. It's T with Tay, YouTube's favorite unicorn, baby. Let's go, let's go, let's go. And hopefully those that came in before that said that they was a 3 or a 2, hopefully y'all almost 2 or 1. Because we here to feel good this morning, hun. Mental health is mental wealth. Look what our world is going through. This world is in crisis, okay? And it's sad to say, when you look around and about only thing you see is toxicity. That's it. That's it. That's right. Let them know. Get them, run those likes up. Okay? Hit that like button like a punching bag. But we about to, I might go back to this, but I want to get into another situation. And once again, I'm pretty sure people seeing that it's out there because it's a trending story too about the young man David and the young girl Celeste. Now, I definitely want to come at this with a different angle because as a parent, we deal with a lot of things, okay? Especially when you're the mother of multiples, okay? You have to be something different for each kid that you have because no two kids is generally going to be alike. You know, that's why some people say that they was the black sheep in the family, so to speak, if you understand what I mean, right? So now with the situation with David and the little girl Celeste, now for those that may not know, this young girl remains was found in a trunk of a Tesla, in the trunk of a Tesla, okay, dismembered, which means her body was basically chopped up into parts, okay? Meanwhile, supposedly, 2 weeks prior, he reported his car missing, right? But now, once they so happen to find the car, he's on tour, which basically puts him far away from the scene. Now, remember, I said supposedly, right? Okay. So now they didn't even know that the young lady remains was in the car when they first found the car in the parking lot. They didn't realize that the young lady's remains wasn't in the car until they got it towed from the parking lot and wherever they towed the car to, which would be like a yard. So once they go inside the car, because the car was reaping of a smell, well, what do they find? The young lady's body inside. Now, within this time, I guess they also checked the young man's property, right? And then the fact is of them checking the young man's property, they also find, you see the police coming out with other evidence and things of the sort, but it also looked like they came out with baby remains. That's what some people were saying, but I didn't actually see that far. But now I'm just going to get into the factors of, I am the mother of I've been the mother of a teenage child that has made the choice to run away. Okay. And I'm just happy that my child made it back safely with the factors of the tragedies that you see. They are forcing these kids to live way faster than the age that they are. And I know people say that age is just a number, but in certain cases, the trust level and the privileges that some kids have is not something that they should ever have. And then when parents speak on that, sometimes it grows a gray space because you have social media, their friends, and even the schools as an extra influence. Do you understand? This young lady had been missing for a year, right? Missing for a year. This young lady had been missing for a year. Okay. Her family had posted posters, put out the alert that she was missing. So for them to get the information that she was found, but she was not found the same way that she left. She is now unalived. It's crazy for me. This boy, David, he's 20 years old. Okay? Him and her should never even have anything in common, baby. What friendship do a 20-year-old and a 13-year-old is supposed to have? And like I said, with the parent, I've dealt with the factors of a child that ran away. My second daughter, Idasia, she ran away. I had to call the police, create a search party. Me and all the family was looking for her. Now, by God's grace, my baby was able to be returned to me. And I as a thankful mother, I haven't dealt with any of those. Well, she's grown with her own kid now. So if she run away, she probably gonna be dropping her son off, and that's what she gonna be running from. TJ, grandma got you. But other than that, I know how it feels to have sleepless nights, okay, and early mornings. A lot of times we don't know what people go through at home. But a lot of times people will create the narrative as if something was going on at home for the reason for the child to be acting out. That's not always the case. Eminem said, "Don't yeah." I'm listening. I got an open door policy for TJ. Okay, I told her she could knock and run if she choose to. I'ma open the door for my baby every time because she be talking about him bad. Eminem, she be talking about him bad, real bad. She be doing my grandson bad. And she sent me a picture of him. He done packed his bag, y'all. It had a bottle, a remote, and a toy. So I guess he had everything he needed when he was leaving. Sure did. But like I was saying, far as the blame, okay, it's always easier to blame somebody else in situations when they come up. But if you was not in a situation of the sort, or you not sure, you can't actually put that out there, because a lot of these teenagers, they don't want to have rules and regulations. They don't want to have rules and regulations. And anytime there's a parent that has rules in place, it's going to be a back and forth in some situations. But I'm not going back and forth. I said what I said, and it is what it is. I'm definitely understanding. But as you get older, I get older too, sis. And I'm never going to be on the level of a kid. Now, can we conversate? Yes, but disrespect is not something that can be tolerated. I'm not trying to be your friend. I'm trying to be your best at your best advice, if that's to say, and the best mother that I can be, to make sure that you have a healthy future, baby. I know that you have your own decision making to do. I'm just trying to help you make better decisions for you. That's all, and that's it. And the only thing that we can hope for is that our children would choose to listen. Okay? But they don't always do. And as a parent, what do you do? As a parent, what do you do? This man, David, he should have been in jail way before they found this girl remains in that trunk. You on live stream with her. Okay, you and her got matching tattoos. Okay, me personally, I don't give a damn about anything. That's too close for comfort for me. That's too close for comfort for me. And 9 times out of 10, if she was running away from home, it's definitely when there's engagement from the opposite sex, baby. Because I don't know about nobody else, but I don't give a damn about what boyfriend you got. He ain't coming up in here. Boyfriend where? What boyfriend? Who? You got a boy that's a friend? A friend that's a boy? Because I'm confused. Do you understand? So just because certain things would not be or possibly won't be allowed in the home, this is the type of things that teenagers will do to run away to have their own freedom because they feel like you trying to control them, even in situations where you may just be trying to keep your child safe. The parents need to be charged too. Everybody need to be charged. Talking about she had a boyfriend named David. What? Say what now? Say what now? He was coming to the house to pick her up to take her to the movies. And this was okay. But then they said that she was friends with his sister. So I'm trying to figure out, is that the way, but that was online. I'm not too sure. But is that the way that this situation even took its course? Is that the way that he was able to get close to her? Good morning, Robin Lots. Is that the way that this guy, David, because he's 20, okay? What do he have in common with a young girl that age? And then he was comfortable with putting the situation on display. When you on live stream and you taking her from this place to that place, at any point in time, I would have had his ass arrested. Where she? I don't know where she. Hopefully she come home or I'm able to take her home after that. But I know she won't be running away back with him. Not with him. Too many parents see the money behind these, yes, men, and they be out here pimping they damn children. Let's say that again, Miss Judy. That sounds like about every child star in the industry. Okay. Just like Usher went to Diddy camp and all type of stuff. What type of camp my child need to go to that I can't come? You mean to sing? Huh? Mama, I want to sing. Yes, and I'm going to be right there, baby, because I'm not allowing my child to go with nobody for nothing. Look at the factors of Aaliyah, okay? You allowed your 15-year-old daughter to marry this man? Say what now? Money be the root to all evil in a lot of cases. So you mean to tell me that money will make you be willing to basically pimp out or sell off your baby for a couple of dollars? Because ain't no dollars worth one of my kids. I'm sorry. Ain't no way. We gonna have to struggle, baby, if that's the case. Mama, sorry. But if that's the way we gonna have to get it, then I guess we ain't gonna have it. Be mad at me. But I might be saving you from a lifetime of misery, and I'll be happy with that, rather than the factors of knowing that I done put my baby or set my baby up or for a trap. Cause like what? As a adult, I'm like, where was the adults in these situations? Like, was there no adult? That's why they used to say it would take a village. You can't say shit to people, kids no more. You wind up fighting the mama and all type of shit. But anyway, they say it takes a village. But when the village is with the shits, then the kids damn sure ain't safe. Ain't safe. Ain't safe at all. Latte with R. Kelly, it was shown he sent checks to the parents. They spoke up once the child turned 18 and the checks went to the child instead of them. That's crazy. And that's because the money went to the child and not them. They was wanting the big payoff from the factors of him. And her being with him was going to supposed to get them paid, friend. And that's sad. Once again, in my Cardi B voice, what was the reason? Like, these people be crazy. Not my baby. Ain't no money in the world. Basically, you selling your baby. You selling your baby to the highest bidder for a different life. When life is different, knowing somebody fucking on your child for a couple of dollars because they a star. Fuck them in they star. I don't give a damn about either one, them or the star. I give a damn about my baby. So no matter how much money a person come with, ain't no claiming that. Oh no. Ain't no claiming that. We not doing that. We definitely not doing that. All right. That's why I have always said, Miss Judy, they all should have went to jail. Absolutely everybody. The condoning of the mother condoning the factors of, oh, you could come and you let that man use that same Tesla that your baby was found in pieces, come and pick your baby up to say, what movie? What? So that means she ain't speaking because she already knew what the situation was when it came down to her daughter. Okay, yeah, you reported her missing for the same reason that he reported that car missing. So he would no longer be responsible for whatever situation was found once the car was found. Okay, so now your daughter not going to school and her just going missing, you can definitely get in trouble for that too. So you basically covered yourself by saying that she was missing, but the whole time, bitch, you knew where she was with David. Okay? So as a parent, you should definitely be shamed. I don't give a damn, okay, what nobody say. It should have been a lot of people handled in a lot of different ways when it came down to the factors of protecting this baby, this young lady. Like what? David is 20. Okay? And even when he was 18, he was messing with this young girl when she was 13. And like what? The situation was making my stomach turn. If disgusted was a person, it was definitely me. Definitely me. I don't give a damn about the old slavery goddamn times when my grandmama was having 12 babies at 13. That was illegal. That was not okay. I'm not in agreement to none of that, baby. So when you try to bring old school to new days, it's not going to work the same ways. That should be a charge for everybody involved. And if the mother knew where her daughter was at, she should get in trouble too. Okay? Because she didn't, how can I say, contact the proper authorities. She didn't put the proper things in place. Because I'm sorry, I would have had to give my child to the state if that's the case. If I can't keep her home, then at the end of the day, I'm going to put you someplace where I know it damn sure ain't with him. You ain't going to stay with me, but you ain't going to be with, if you don't want to be with me, all right. That's what you say. That's cool. But you ain't going to be with him either. I can guarantee you that. A 20-year-old man with a young ass girl. And I'm just being honest. I think she came up missing and dismembered because, see, it's one thing for people to speculate something. They could say, yeah, she was around him because he was a fan. She was a fan. So he just would travel with her and different things. And because she was so close up on him, that could be the reason for the songs and stuff like that. But when me and my daughter, Mumu, was talking about the situation, I told her, I think at some point in time, there was a pregnancy that came involved. Okay. And with a pregnancy, there's no denying sexual activity. Okay. It's one thing for people to say something, it's one thing for a person to even say something, because she wrote in a text message that they revealed how David was the only one that made her bleed out of all the people, or out of all the ones that she had been with, baby. Right? Hey, Miss Sexy Ray. She said that David was the only one, right, that made her bleed when she first of all say what now. So that mean that this young girl had multiple partners, right? But in his defense, even if she said that at that point in time, a person could have tried to deny it, like I ain't have no sex with her. If that's the case, sex, baby. But when there's a baby, there's no denying it. There's no denying it. There's no denying it. But everybody in the factors of the situation that played blind to the situation should definitely be punished for the situation. Why was he at the school coming to see this girl? Why was he at the school around these other kids? What event was they having? Good morning, everybody coming in. Hey, Robin Buttercup. What event was they having? You got footage of him at the school engaging with the other kids. Shit, R. Kelly used to go to McDonald's because he knew that's where the kids would be. Are you kidding me? So what reason? What was the reason the teachers allowed this boy at the school? His music has nothing to do with positivity. His clothing attire that he wears in his merch, it comes with blood stains all over it. This is the type of stuff that this man wears. His lyrics state about him killing people off in his mind. And if his girl try to leave, that's too much for me. That's too much for me. And then what bothered me even more? Hey, Snooky. Good morning, beautiful. Thank you for coming through to see your favorite unicorn, baby. Right? Now, what even took me by storm is when I was talking to my daughter Mumu about the situation. Further to know, she knew all of this guy's songs because he's basically popular with who? The young crowd. Not nobody his age is going to, and that's why these men and a lot of these people, they fuck with people that's younger than them because they feel like they able to be in control of the situation, because ain't nobody they age gonna be dealing with the shit that they trying to be putting forth, friend. Okay, even in the video that they showed with him and her, which was the hey, Miss Sexy Queen. Now, what even showed the factors of when the video was with him and her, he's acting like a kid. He's acting like a kid. We talking about David and the little girl, Celeste. That's what we talking about. What I don't understand, why was she there at all? She should have stayed at Carlos' house. Why did she interfere with their conversation? It was about their child. Oh, you talking about the girl Quadisha, aka Harley. Listen, she claimed she was outside Nina because they were swapping the parking spot. He was going to the gym and there's not that much parking over there. So supposedly she parked in the spot to hold it for him. And then out of nowhere, they say Ramika pulls up. At first, they didn't even know it was her. Just bullshit, and more bullshit. But like I said, while they was tussling, Carlos and Romika, she had enough time to go to that car and get that pow from under that baby car seat. Then she had enough time to hop in her vehicle and either ride off or hop in there, lock herself in, and call the police, because Romika was actually being occupied by being or in a situation or tussling with her baby father at the time. So she definitely wasn't on you. And I sure didn't see in no report that there was any other pow recovered from the scene other than the pow that you had that you put back in the car, baby. But with this little girl, Celeste, it's just disheartening, because I'm gonna just be honest. Social media and friends and peer pressure definitely be a thing. And it definitely is a thing. We definitely gotta hope and pray that we raising our kids in the day and time now, in this day and time now, to be leaders and not followers. And basically be aware of everything, and you cannot trust a damn soul. And that's why I don't let my kids go spend a night at nobody's house. No. I don't know if Mumu best friend may have a brother and she going over there to see her best friend, but the brother is definitely in the background lurking. Fuck no, because I'm going to tear shit up and I'm going to be in my mugshot smiling. Trust me. Because if the system don't make everybody pay, Tay definitely is, baby. Because If it's up, it's up. If it's up, it's up. Niggas will have to move, put themselves in protective custody and everything. Because every time they turn around, I'll be there. I'll be there. Yeah. Sure will. I will be there. I don't let my kids stay nowhere. Oh, y'all going out as a group here to the public? Who the parent? Tell the parent to call me. Okay, so how you getting there? How you getting home? Is the parent, if the parent picking you up, the parent better be dropping you off. We ain't trying so-and-so is busy and And don't go to nobody's house. Come straight back home. If they pick you up from home, make sure they bring you back home. I don't even give a damn if you got to use the bathroom. If you didn't use it when you left the restaurant or wherever the hell y'all was, then you better hold it until you get where you live. I don't even want to hear you stopped at your friend's house to use the bathroom, sis. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. That's not the way any of this goes. If they had a brother, I could not go to their house. I don't give a yup. They can have a grandfather, a father, a brother, a cousin. I will not allow nobody else to be a liability to me. If I could prevent it, baby, then preventing it will be. And I'm telling you, when I tell y'all this, my older daughters used to be so mad at me. You know how many times I've done heard the words, we don't never get to do nothing. Well, if you don't never get to do nothing, why start now? Huh? You'll be all right. You know how many times Tay has heard the words, we don't never get to do nothing. And I say with a smile on my face, well, if you ain't never did nothing, why start now? You should be comfortable with not doing nothing. It should be something that should be second nature to you. You said, y'all don't never. So that means that this is something that's all the time. You don't never get to go nowhere all the time. So what makes this time any different? All right, just go in your room and clean up. It'll burn some energy off, girl. Talk shit while you're sweeping the floors, washing the dishes, or whatever it is you choose to do, but you ain't going. The answer is the no. Soon as they went out, and they would be mad because before they would even get it out. This me no, but so and so gonna be there. I don't know them. I don't know them like that to put my child in their hands. Then it was the years that you know where they gotta deal, where you gotta deal with the factors of your kids thinking that they slick and thinking that if they send a friend to ask, you ain't gonna turn them down. Oh no. Tay gonna turn it down either way. Oh no, sweetheart. I'm sorry. She can't. I got something I need for her to do. Oh, next week she gonna be busy too. Next week, yeah, she can't go. She can't, I don't allow my daughter to go to people's house. And I used to allow they friends to come and play over with, but I don't even do that no more. Everything is a casualty. If we gonna take our kids to the movies or a different event, then I'm all down for it. But we don't need to be up in each other's houses. Your kids don't need to be in my house, and my kids don't need to be in your house. Because I don't need you to say that some shit happened to your kid while they was with me. Oh no, baby. We ain't doing that either. Definitely not doing that either. It's not going to happen, Captain. I'm so happy I'm feeling better this morning, y'all. And I hope everybody is feeling good this morning too, because the kids tried to get me with a little cold, y'all. I think they was trying to take me out. And you know, when you start to get a little bit older, it affects you differently than it affects them. They could snot, cough, and sneeze and keep it moving. We be feeling our bones aching, my chest hurt, even to think it was hurting. So I'm confused. Who tried to take me out? But I was able to fight it before it got full effect. You understand? So I'm grateful for that. And God still allowed me to show up for y'all, for us to have this conversation this morning. And I'm definitely happy that I did. You understand? Because I'm pretty sure a lot of these situations is confusing for people, because normally you see somebody hurt somebody, right? And you know, if a person committed something or did something, okay, they should be punished for it. Not only is the girl Quadeja, aka Holly, not in jail, but David ain't in jail either. I'm confused. So people just get to do things to people and get to go home or continue on with their life like nothing never happened. Like we playing musical chairs here. Oh, oop, you missed the seat. Gotta go. What? I know you lying. I know you lying. My baby's 16 and she get mad and tell my oldest daughter, "Mama don't let me go nowhere." You know how much I've heard that line, to the point that I just laugh, because they already know what my response is gonna be after that. Well, hey, ain't no need to start now. I know they be in the room talking about me like a dog, and she don't never like that. I just be cackling. Ooh, you real mad, ain't you? Mm-hmm. But I respect it, and you'll understand when you get older, and you'll thank me for it too. Because a lot of the shit I might be saving you from. Trust me. And no, I'm not an overbearing parent. I'm a sensible parent. I'm a you not getting over on me type of parent, because I'm with the shits as a parent. All right. I know, like I know. And if I know me, then sis, ooh wee. Okay. And I definitely instill in my daughters as a real thing. The 7 B's. People got to teach their daughters the 7 B's. Books before boys, because boys bring babies and they make you crazy. Books before boys, because they bring babies and they make you crazy. Both of them at the same time. Both of them at the same time. Yes, I take sea moss every day because I don't like being sick. Yeah, I be having to drink the ginger tea. I be having to drink the honey and ginger tea. You know, the one that you can make either hot or cold is like the little pebble seeds, is the Chinese tea. Yeah, I be buying that one. That ginger been burning my throat the hell up. But I damn sure be taking it down, because I got to stay around. Tay got to stay around. I got shit to do. Me and God just had a conversation. He just told me that my house is going to be built in 6 months. I'm manifesting. I got this business that I'm starting. Okay. I got things that Tay needs to be doing. So, ginger, sea moss, vitamin D, C, and E. Okay. 1 a day woman, vitamin me. I'm serious. Give me a 1 a day woman vitamin real quick. All right. Just in case it's a vitamin I missed. But we definitely got to protect our babies out here. We definitely got to protect our babies out here. I'm glad that you went live, Latte, my favorite unicorn, a great live. Listen, I appreciate every time y'all stop by. Y'all don't realize how much y'all actually make my day on some days. You understand? Because like I say, we are a community. We have become a small family here. We might have got here through the factors of the extension of a situation, which was toxic. You stuck eye, foolish eye, fool. Yo, stuck eye, fool. Anyway, we all got here through the factors of a situation that was toxic. So we are definitely all familiar with the drama that we see that displays on an everyday basis, baby. But you start to learn people names and you start to become more and more comfortable with the people. You know, you start looking for certain people to pop up in your chat. And when you don't see them, you miss them. You understand what I'm saying? So it definitely has brought forth a connection, not only with y'all to me, but with me to y'all. And I definitely appreciate all the support that y'all give, the likes, the shares, the conversations we have in my comments, the tips that y'all leave for Tay and her tip jar, baby. Listen, y'all is great. Y'all is some all right people. Y'all definitely all right with me. And y'all stuck with me. So I hope we good. But make sure y'all definitely hit that like button, hit that share to let them know that Tay was here. I appreciate each and every one of you that supported this live, and it didn't take a dime. But if you did spend a dime, then definitely, I appreciate you as well. Okay, Miss Gwen Conway, a member for a month, baby. I definitely appreciate you. And Nina, you know you always in the clutch, baby. Neil Fall, you know you got Tay Tay heart. And everybody that was in the comments, I'm definitely happy that we got to share this moment, baby. Hey, Joanne, I don't know if I spoke to you, and Tay ain't one-sided. She calls out what needs to be said. Hey, LaRonda. Hey, beauty. When did you get here? I'm ready to stay on for a couple of minutes just because you done popped in, friend. Just because you done popped in, friend. Because this weekend was tragic. Like, if pulling on heartstrings was a thing, it just went from one thing to another. People out here losing their lives, and this stuck-eye heifer want to be dropping pictures and deleting them to make her damn moose mad. Don't nobody give a shit about that. I mean, I talked about it. Of course I did. I'm a content creator. It was public. So I spoke about it. I displayed it. I shared it because, like I said, I figured that you wanted your baby father to see it, being that he missed it and was still out here posting cartoon fucking pictures. And the people was in the comments eating his ass up. They was eating him up, but I'm gonna put that in my video. When, you know, being that they recover in my other video, I'm gonna just drop 2 for the price of 1 now, boo-boo. Cause yeah, I'm gonna show you how the peoples was talking about you and him, y'all together. They said they sick of y'all shit. Uh-huh. That's exactly what the people was saying. And then they was like, Moose, your baby mama dropped the baby's picture a day ago. I don't know if you know, but yeah, that happened. And then the factors of the milestone, right? The factors of the milestone, right? Let's talk about the factors of the milestone. He posted the cartoon pic saying that the kids had hit a milestone, right? And the people was in the comments about, they late. Ain't them babies about 8-9 months? They just now sitting the fuck up. My baby was walking at 8 months. Like, the comments was commenting. You know we love the comments. The comments be where the meat and the potatoes, okay? It's never the status. It's what goes in the comments under the status. And in those meats and potatoes, Ooh, it was nothing but some good ass seasoning because I was sitting there reading, chuckling like hell. Like, Moose, they got you on that one. Explain. Then you got the nerve to tell or say, well, don't blame her. I'm the one who told her to keep the babies off the internet. Well, is it a low month? Because Facebook is paying more for stories now. So if anybody don't know, Tay giving y'all the 1-1-1, okay? So if you got a Facebook, because Tay be on that confidence creator thing. And yes, I do give my classes, and it's always an opening. So even sometimes if you don't hear me speak on it, just send me a line. A Cash App is $25. Yes, the class is $25. And you can either do a Zoom where we on camera, or we could do it over the phone. Either way, but the content creative and the how can I say confidence, the confidence in the creating has to definitely be a thing. And I want my peoples to get this money. So if you ain't been on Facebook, okay, because a lot of us be stuck on the tube, we be out here in these YouTube streets. But yes, YouTube is one thing, but Facebook is paying heavy. Okay? Heavy. Yeah, late. They said them babies moving late. So about 9 months, they just sitting up. Now we know why we kept seeing them propped with a goddamn bottle. And I'm not even saying that to be funny. I guess it's the truth. If they just started sitting up boo-boo, and I ain't said it. Don't get mad at me because I ain't said it. They said it. The people that was in the comments said it. Tay just read it. And now I'm just repeating it. Because I was like, wait a minute, because I thought it. But once they said it, I agree with it. Like, wait, you might be right. They might, LaRonda. I ain't fucking lying. Tay is not lying, girl. They was like, ain't that a bit late? The girlies was in the comment like, wait, my little baby Derek was walking at 8 months, 8.5 months. And I know all babies, don't fucking start with me in my comments after this live, all right, bed bugs, because I ain't got time for y'all shit today. It's a mental Monday. Everybody is on some peaceful shit. So don't bring it. Because I know all babies reach milestones at different times and at a different pace. But they said them babies was late. That's what they said. And I kind of agree. Because ain't no crawling, no nothing. Because if they couldn't hold up their weight to just sit up, then we know that they wasn't crawling nowhere without falling on their face. Am I right or am I wrong? I'm just saying, all in all. If the parents aren't working to help the child reach milestones, she ain't even got time to put clothes on the babies. Ever since these babies been born, only thing you see them in is a t-shirt and a pamper. She ain't even got enough sense to put a cover on the goddamn bottle. Even the bottle naked. Bottle naked, baby's naked, she naked. Ain't nobody reaching no milestones because she's still out here replaying the same shit. And she getting left behind for it. I don't know if she noticed it. Shit. My whole thing. If you want to be real, enjoy the rest of your day, King. You too, Nina. We love you, girl. Yes, we do, Nina. Enjoy your day. Don't worry. Tay gonna be finished talking in a minute. LaRonda came in, so I felt I needed to extend it for my peoples. This is for my peoples. Was strictly for my peoples. That's right. That's because she wasn't supporting their necks and backs when they needed it most. I can show you a baby that age walking, but she advanced and gets support from her parents. LaRonda, Din was walking at 8 months, okay? More so 8.5 going into 9 with stability, because at first it's from holding on to things. He would grab one thing and then, you see him wobble real fast to the other thing and grab it before he fall. But then he got more comfortable when he was more so 9 months of age. And I know that more babies start moving around a little later because my grandbaby Kai, he didn't start walking until he was 1, maybe 1 in a month. because he was so scared to fall. He was standing there like a statue. Like, if you think I'm about to walk, you crazy as hell. If you don't come pick me up, I ain't going nowhere. But now when you put him in the walker, he would act like he trying to run people off the road. Like he had this whole thing worked out. But then when you take him out the walker, he would turn into a statue. We would find it funny as hell. Like, boy, you stiff, ain't you? And then one day, because being that him and Denim is not too far apart in months, you understand, he's seeing Denim moving around and he like, well, shit, that's how you do it. I think I want to go with him. I'm about to try this. All right. Pray for me. I'm going to do it. And from that day, he ain't never looked back. And sometimes when you have multiple kids or there's, a large family where they interacting with other children, they age or they're around other kids, period, that kind of makes them advance faster because these kids don't be understanding that the baby is too young and they can't do it. All right, they be treating these babies like doll babies, like they supposed to be walking at 4 months. They just want to take them off the bed. They want to dress them in all type of clothes, all type of stuff. And I don't know why she was mad at my video, y'all. I thought I gave her some great advice. Okay, I said instead of getting in all these weird ass brand deals, why don't you come up off your kids for really real? If you could if you could invest in a moose to buy him some Alibaba suits and some, how can I say, microwavable butter for his hips and chatty voice. Oh, sugar hip ass. Okay. Then why you can't do the same thing to put out something that symbolizes or represents your kids from the oldest to the youngest? And since you got twins, shit, that's a high commodity right there. You could get you some money. You can make his and hers twin edition clothing. Okay, I said you can have t-shirts. His say lock, hers say in. The twins is locked in. You can have the Bonnie, this to be the Clyde. Like, what are we doing? Let's get this money. You want to be out here selling scented, molded, fucking microwavable margarine, okay? In nappy sweatsuits, but you don't want to reproduce. And I'm not talking about a baby because you already do that. I'm talking about the factors of generational wealth for your children. And I'm not saying a person ain't doing what it is that they doing, because shit, money got to be made. That's why she be stealing. That's why she be stealing. But instead of stealing, why don't you just come out here and seal some deals that's actually real? What happened? Ethica didn't give the babies no welcome home suits. The babies ain't got no suits. They not giving no more clothes out to you. What happened? Because it seemed like you do a brand deal and then that's it. You don't never hear from that shit again. Where's these single mothers at? Did you ever help them? Did any of the single mothers ever come to the front of the class? Did they get a book bag? Did they get their rent paid? Because this is coming from the person that's holding up their curtains with thumbtacks. All right? So I think she need help too. She can't do the family content because then we'll see what she really does not do with the kids. You absolutely right, Eminem. But we already see that every time she bring them up here with a t-shirt, a diaper, and no top on a goddamn bottle. She ain't even got time to get them dressed. She ain't doing no kids here. We know she ain't doing that in her spare time. She probably online scrolling, seeing what everybody else is doing. All right? Because I'm going to just be honest. People been talking about her, but people been talking about so much more. Like, sis, you're going to have to reinvent and try to come back again. Because you're getting, I mean, I ain't going to say it. I'm going to say it. You ain't got shit going on but the rent. That's it. That's it. That's it. It's bad when you got to drop your kids out of spite just to make the block hot. That's sad. You came from where you was at to now you having to do that. Why you do that? Why you do that? I'm just saying. Girl be out here playing with her parenting, with herself, all around the board. She didn't want Momo here locked, but that what it seemed to be. What is she doing now? Waiting for Momo to go with LaTrue so she could get her hair done, baby. That's what she waiting for. She waiting for Moski to go with her daddy so he could get her hair done, baby. Indeed, indeed, definitely. Let me see what y'all said up here. LaRonda, she gave the girl clothes away allegedly. How the fuck you get? Listen, you giving clothes away and you ain't even putting no clothes on the goddamn baby. At least a bow. At least a bow. What's your P.O. box? I'll send you some bows for Lele. Fuck it, because you be having Lele in the background. Like you really be trying to play in a layer face. All right? And I don't know what the case is, what it is that you got going on far as the favorite shit. Okay, because I would hate to think that, but that's how it's looking. Because you always got it. Look, just to show, to say, who was in the front of the stroller? I'll wait. Who was the first thing that was going to be seen in the stroller, baby? And even when it came down to the factors of showing Lele, she made sure she showed Jazeer whole face, but she damn sure did not show Alea whole face. She made sure the bottle and partial of the stroller was blocking, baby. You could have put a cuter picture of them, and they cute. So I don't know what was we supposed to say? Or in the video, I don't know. Was I supposed to be tearing them babies down, baby? Or they still mad at me because people said that the babies was doll babies. And at one point in time, I agreed because Bree lied so much. What the fuck? That's not my fault. She got to blame herself. What you create for yourself is what you will get. Nita, I wish a man would tell me that, and I'm carrying his child. What? Like, say what? You got the right, Nina. You got to be shitting me. Ain't no way. I'm screaming. Yes, thumbtacks in the new spot. Yes, LaRonda, she got thumbtacks again. Around Christmas time, she had thumbtacks in the middle of her tree was missing. Her tree looked like it had alopecia, baby. Okay, and now we in a new year and a new season, and you back to this thumbtack shit. But you had enough time to go online and make it seem like you was in such this. Stop trying to prove something to the people so bad that you be lacking and slacking. You be forgetting shit. Yes, she did, Latte. Yes, Nina, the whole middle of her goddamn tree was missing. And she want to be online worried about the yoga instructor. I bet you she got a middle to her damn tree. The hell? And I told him, and it was the bad part about it, because then this is just Tay, because Tay be out here working, okay? And when you got people that love you for you, they gonna come through for you regardless, boo-boo. And I have had the luxury for people to still come and see me. So your shit is only a piece, baby. At the end of the day, Tay voice still, how can I say, speak volumes. So I'm gonna be hurt. Absolutely. Maybe this year she will have a full tree. I doubt it. As long as she ain't got a full brain, she ain't gonna have a full anything. Uh-huh. Them babies are very cute. That's what I'm saying. What we were supposed to say, even though they mother went and put her raw ass cheeks on public Target toilet seats, the baby still came out cute. You know, I might call them the Geratul twins. I do call them the Geratul twins because that's how she said they was created. She said that. I ain't say that. That's why I be saying it's okay when they do it, but it's a problem when we do it. So it was a right when she said that she took Geritol to create the twins, but then it's a problem when Tay called them the Geritol twins. No, the fuck it's not. No, it's not. But they still cute as shit. And she better stop playing in Lele face. Period. Get her a goddamn bow. All right. And show her a lot more. They was born at the same time, so they should get the same energy. All of your kids should get the same energy, unfortunately. But anyway, your girl Tay Tay about to get up out of here. Okay, I got some deliveries to make for some mugs, baby. So if you definitely ordered a mug from Tay, then I'm on my way to the post office. I got 4 mugs to drop off today, y'all. 4 mugs to drop off today. So if you would like to have yours within the delivery, then definitely let your girl Tay know. I'm going to be getting to the post office within like the next hour or so. But yes, the mugs are definitely $34.99, baby. You can hit me in my Cash App or my Chime, which is $Latte. You can hit me on the factors of Zelle if you don't have any of those as well. The telephone number is 917-500-8108. If you need to connect with me or get in contact with me, you know you could hit me on Facebook Messenger, or you could contact me directly through my email at latte76@gmail.com, baby. You know how to find Latte out here in these streets. If didn't nobody tell you they love you today, Tay Tay definitely do. I hope I receive an order from you. Okay, and if you woke up today, let everything else be an extra, baby. And your girl Tay Tay is out of here. I love y'all. La 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 lattes were a la 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 lattes were a